Good morning, grade ones. Welcome to another lesson. This morning we're having mathematics and science, and we are looking at science. We are continuing with our topic from yesterday where we're talking about animals. All right. So today we're still looking at animals, but want to look at something else. Want to look at habitats. So we've got lots of new words. We're learning lots of new things. All right. I hope you've already written the date. You already have got it. So let us quickly take down our heading there, which says animals. You do have it in front of you there already. You wrote it yesterday. Let's quickly take it down. Praise. I'm just giving you a minute to take this one down. And it says animals. That's our heading. We're still continuing with our topic under mathematics and science. And it says animals. We talked about animals yesterday. I'm just going to remind you while we are still writing. We talked about wild animals. We talked about farm animals. We talked about animals that we keep at home. And we said the ones that we keep at home, the farm animals and the home animals, these ones, we can call them domestic animals. They are tame. They are not very dangerous. Emma, you are most welcome. We've already started our lesson, my girl. So, since you are joining us now, please. Good morning. And your teacher is Mrs. Khabo. I forgot to introduce myself to you yesterday. Emma, I am Mrs. Khabo. You are most welcome. And you can see you have got friends there. There's Pearl, there's Praise, and there's Prosperity. All right? So, Emma, please can you quickly take down this heading? That's what we are writing. You are finding us already having started our lesson. Please quickly take down that word, and it says animals. I want to see you writing, Emma. I want to see you writing. So I was saying while we are still taking that one down, I'm just going to remind you just a little bit of what we talked about yesterday. We talked about wild animals and we talked about domestic animals, which include farm animals and the animals that we keep at home. And we said the wild animals, they are so dangerous. They can even kill us. Are you done? Are you done, Emma? I'm waiting for you.
No.
Please, can they assist you with your device? Parents for Emma, please want to see her face. We are seeing the ceiling or the roof now. Please, can you kindly adjust the position of the device? Thank you. I can see her nicely now. Right, quickly take that heading down, Emma. And it says animals. We've got another heading again, which you are going to quickly take down. Please, we are done. Thank you. Right. So the next heading that I want you to take down, you skip a line and you write this new word, which says habitat. Okay? You pronounce that word and you follow your sounds there. It says habitat. That is a new word which you want to learn today. And a habitat, it is a home for animals. As people, we've got nice houses, we've got beds, we've got blankets, we've got sofas, we've got TVs, we've got everything that makes our lives comfortable. People live in houses, but animals, they don't have houses like us. They don't have beds, they don't have TVs and stoves and fridges. Where they stay, we call it a habitat. So animals live in a habitat. That is their home. Right, you are done. Show me by raising your hand. Right, thank you. It seems most of us, we have taken that word down. Thank you, Emma, Pearl, Prosperity, Praise, we're still waiting for you. Okay, so I was still saying a habitat. It's an area or it's a place where an animal lives, all right? That's where it hunts, that's where it gets its food, it will sleep there, and it will even find water. It is its home, all right? And we said, people, we are so lucky because we've got houses, we've got so many things that makes us comfortable where we are staying, all right? So for now, I want you to put your book away where you're writing, and I want you to turn to the material that you have got. I want you to turn to this material on your device, on another device there. We want you to look at those 2 pages. So quickly, let them assist you there, and you turn to that material that you should be having. And unfortunately, we seem to be having a bit of a network challenge. I hope you can hear me where you are. I hope you can hear me, and I hope you have turned to page 38 and page 39. Can you hear me, Pearl? Emma, can you hear me? Prosperity,
Yes.
you can hear me. All right, thank you. Prosperity, you can hear me as well. Prosperity?
Yes.
Right, thank you. All right, if you can hear me, that is very fine. All right, so we've got pictures there on page 38. Can you see them there, Pearl and Emma and Praise in front of you? We have got pictures. And what we want to do with those animals, we're going to find out which animals are there. Some you might have talked about them yesterday, and want to find their habitats. Where do these animals stay? Where do they hunt? Where do they get their food? Where do they live? All right? Are you okay? Are you following?
Yes.
You're all following? Praise? Praise? Right, thank you. On my laptop here, you are just still. That's why I'm not sure whether you can hear me or not. So since you are saying you can hear me, I am going to continue, all right? I'm sure the network will be much better as we go on with our lesson. So right on page 38 there, we've got animals. The first one, we've got a buffalo. I hope you can see the first animal. We've got a buffalo right at the top there, followed by, what's the next animal there? Prosperity. After the buffalo, what do we have? If you can hear me, please you answer. Anyone can answer if you can hear me. Pearl, can you hear me? What's the next animal?
Yes. Fish.
Right, it looks like a fish, isn't it? That one is called a dolphin. It's bigger than a fish. All right, it's much, much bigger than a fish, but it is part of that family that lives in water, and we call it a dolphin. All right, what about the next animal? Let's quickly name them first. What animal is next there? Next to the dolphin, what do we have?
The lion.
Yes, a lion, and we say this one is a very dangerous animal. All right, it lives and it finds its food by hunting. It enjoys a lot of meat. All right, then the next animal, what is it? It starts with a K. Next animal, please, if you can hear me.
Camel.
Right, it is a camel, and this one we find it in a desert. People use it as transport in a desert. Then the next picture at the bottom, it has got a long tail there. Which animal is that?
Monkey.
It's a monkey. It's a monkey. Thank you. You seem to be back, right? Then the next one, what is it next to the monkey? It's a K. You have got K and R. You put them together and you get crab. That is a crab. The next animal next to the crab, I'm going to go a little bit faster because of our time. The next animal, it's a polar bear. Can you see it? It is white. It is completely white and it is called a polar bear. Then the next one there, anyone who can tell me the next one, anyone who can hear me there? We've got a mole. Then yes, we've got a mole. Then we've got another one. We're now on our last four pictures. We've got one which is called a meerkat. It's as if it's standing on two legs. It's as if it's balancing on two legs. Then we've got a bird. What is the name of that green bird there?
Bird.
Yes, it's a bird, and it is called a parrot. And a parrot, some people, they can train them and they can even talk. They can say a few words. It is called a parrot. Then the next one. The next one.
Snake.
It looks like a snake, isn't it? I'm now talking to who? Is it Emma? Am I talking to Emma? Emma, right. That one is not a snake, Emma, but it's an earthworm. If you've got a garden and you're always watering in the garden, sometimes when you dig, when you cultivate, you're going to find some worms. It is called an earthworm. Then the last one. What is that one, Emma? Pearl, if you can. Yes, it is called a penguin. And it's as if it is also walking on two legs. It is part of the bird family, all right? And we find it in places where it is very, very, very cold, where there's lots of ice. That's where it makes its home. It's called a penguin, all right? So now we're going to continue. We're going to turn to the next page. Praise, prosperity, Pearl. Are you still with me? You are very good.
Yes.
Ah, wonderful, wonderful. It's just that I can't see you here anymore. All right. I'm sorry about that. But anyway, if you can hear me and you can see me, that is okay. And you're following what I'm saying there using your material that you have there. Right. So now we're going to continue. We're going to look at, remember we said, we want to look at habitats, we want to know where do these animals stay? Where do these animals live? All right, and I've got some names here already. You've got the words in front of you. The first one that we've got there, it is called a savanna. Lots of new words. It is called a savanna. All right, and you're going to try and make out, looking at that picture, which animals stay there in a savanna. Then we've got the sea. That's how you spell the word sea. All right. Right, that's the word sea. That's how you spell that word. Then we have got a forest. A forest has got lots of trees. It is green. Sometimes the trees are so thick. There is the forest. That's that word there that spells the word forest. All right. So you look at those pictures and you try and make out which animals you find in a forest. Then we've got a desert as well. You look at that picture, you try and find the animals from the ones that we've been mentioning. Which ones would you find in a desert? All right. And a desert, it is just dry. There are no trees, just lots of sandy soil there. Then we've got the polar area. Which animals, according to that picture there, would you find in a polar area? Then the last one, it's underground. This is how you spell the word underground. I know you've got those words right in front of you there. You've got underground. So which animals would you find in an underground? All right. So now we're going to go back again to the savanna. We're going to go back to the savanna. Which animals are there which you find in a savanna? There's lots of land. It's a very big area. There's grass, there are water holes, there are trees. Which animals, according to that picture, would you find in a savanna? Emma?
A lion.
Yes, the very first one there, it's a picture of a lion. Pearl, which animal would you find in a savanna? Pearl? A buffalo, very good. I couldn't hear you there, but I got you, Pearl. You said a buffalo. So you find those animals in a savanna. All right, let's move on to the next picture. We've got the sea. Which animals are those two?
The crab and the dogfish.
Right, you've got a crab. Emma has said a crab. What about you, Prosperity? Which other one can you see there? You find a crab in the sea, and the other one is a what?
Dolphin.
Yes, it's a dolphin. All right.
Dolphin.
Dolphin, those ones, that is their home. Their home, it's, sorry about that. Sorry. Sorry about that, it was just network. Right. So we're still looking at the sea there, isn't it? And I was still saying that the dolphin and the crab, that is their home. All right. They make their home then the sea. That's where they get their food. That's where they stay. That's where they sleep in the water there. Then the next picture is a forest. Which animals are there? Which ones can you see there in the forest? Yes, there is the monkey with its long tail, isn't it? You can see the monkey. Which is the other one there? Yes, Emma? Yes, it's a parrot. That is a forest, and you are going to find all those animals. You're going to find monkeys, even the birds, you are going to find them there. They hunt, they live there, all right? Then we've got a desert. There are very few trees in a desert. Little water is available there in the desert. Which animals can you make out there? Pearl? What's that first animal there? Pearl? Yes, wonderful, very good. That is a camel. People, they even ride on the camel. That is their transport in the desert because it can walk in that soil, it can move. So they use it as transport, right? Then the other one, which animal is that one? Check on the other page and compare the picture. Yes, Emma? Emma? Can you say it once more? Right, a meerkat there, it's standing on two legs as if it's a person, isn't it? And it has got a tail there for support. So you'd find those animals on a desert. They know how to live there, they hunt, they find their food. They've got places where they sleep there in a desert. Then let's go to the other picture. We've got, it's called a polar area. It's called a polar area, and it is so cold. It is always cold. Everything is frozen. Even the water will be frozen. Everywhere there'll be ice. Which animals can you find there in a polar area? Praise, I haven't heard you talking. I'm with you, Praise. Praise, please. Can you give us the animal, the first one there in a polar area? Praise. Talk to us, please. Praise, we're waiting. Remove the pencil from your mouth, Praise. And you talk to us this side, Praise. Right, give us the animal quickly, Praise. We don't have a lot of time. I want you to talk, Praise. Right, we'll come back to, right, the polar bear. It is called a polar bear. It is a huge animal. It is big and it is white. You can see it on the other page there on page 38, and it lives in the polar area where it is always cold. It will hunt the sea lions, it will hunt the fish and other animals that it can find, and it lives on those animals. And the other one, so we've got the polar bear. What's the other one, Emma? Yes, it is a penguin. A penguin, remember we say it is part of the bird family, and it also walks on two legs also. It hunts for fish, it will eat fish there. It will find maybe there's a frozen river somewhere there, and it will try and get fish in the polar area where it is very cold. Right, then the last picture, prosperity. Which animals can you see there? Prosperity. Prosperity. Another one, Pearl. Pearl, which two animals can you see there? A crab. No, that one is not a crab, Prosperity. The crab is right at the top there in the sea. Pearl? Yes, an earthworm. Remember, we said even if you've got a garden, when you dig, you can find some worms there. So they live underground, they live under the soil. That's where they make their home there. They get their food, they sleep there under the soil, underground. So we've got an earthworm, which is underground. Which other one? That big one, what is it? What's the name of the last one? Right. Emma, you want to say something? You want to repeat our answer? What is it, Emma?
Mole.
Yes, it is a mole. You find it underground. There are so many other small animals as well that you can find underground. All right. So just to remind ourselves what we learned this morning, remember our subject is mathematics and science, and we're looking at science, and our topic is animals. And today we wanted to find the homes, the habitats of these different animals. And we say the habitat, it is a place or an area where an animal lives. It will live there, it will sleep there, it will find its food, it will hunt there, and it will also find its water. So it is called a habitat. And we have looked at different habitats for animals. We talked about the savanna, the sea, the forest, the desert, the polar area, and underground. So all those are habitats. So if I ask you, Pearl, can you tell me one habitat that you know? Give me one, Pearl, one habitat that you know. Just one, Pearl. Pearl, you're smiling. You're smiling. Give us one habitat that you know, Pearl, quickly. I'll come back to you, Pearl. Emma, give me one habitat that you know. Yes, quickly, Emma. One habitat.
Savan.
Yes, the savannah. You'll find wild animals, lions, cheetahs, buffaloes, zebras, all those you'll find them in a savannah. All right. What about you, Prosperity? Give me one habitat. Emma is giving us a savannah. Can you give me one? Prosperity.
Sea.
Yes, wonderful. You are listening. You are shining stars. Pearl, another habitat besides the savannah and the sea. Which one can you give me? The forest, wonderful. You have given us a forest, and we said we'll find monkeys. They're swinging and enjoying on those trees. Praise, give me one habitat besides the savannah, the sea, and the forest. Give me one habitat. Praise quickly. Praise. Praise, Miss Namburo. Which one, praise? Okay, praise. Our time is up. Praise, we've got a desert, and we've got a polar area, and we've got underground. Thank you so much for joining us this morning for our lesson. You are wonderful children, wonderful shining stars. So we're going to meet again at 11 o'clock for another lesson. Bye-bye, Prosperity. Thank you. Bye, Pearl. See you later.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Praise. Bye-bye. Can you say bye-bye to your friends?
Bye.
Bye-bye. See you later.
Bye.